Drafting the Magic features the thoughts and opinions expressed by Christian Ilton, Eric Pessolano, and today's guest, and do not in any way reflect the views or opinions of the Walt Disney Company or any of its subsidiaries. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Drafting the Magic. Where's the confetti? Where's the cake? It's our 50th episode, Eric.
50, we made it somehow.
Yep.
It only took 25 years, but we got there. We made it to 50. No, this is exciting. First of all, congratulations to you for sticking it out with me for this many episodes. This was a little idea we came up with all the way back in 2020, and we've been off and on for a while, but we don't have any plans of stopping.
We're averaging 10 episodes per year. That's great.
10 episodes a year. It's like we're a sitcom on a network television station.
My gosh. Oh, my goodness. Well, regardless, we've made it to 50, and we are both kind of dedicated to doing this more often than 10 episodes per year. I promise that. We both really wanted to work on this, and I think we're getting to a point where it's going to be a lot more frequent. I'm really excited to say today, this is not a two-man job, Eric. We got producer Carl helping us out here in the booth, I'm going to call this Studio 624. I will never tell you why, but that's what we're going to call it. Studio 624. And
shouldn't it be 626?
No, it should not. I know Stitch is here. I know.
You're literally wearing the shirt.
I was already thinking about that, but we're calling it Studio 624 for now. We might change it. We can call it whatever we want. It's our podcast. But you might be able to join us here in Studio 624 pretty soon. So we're working on it. We're trying to do all this stuff.
Just don't call it 365.
No, it will never be 365.
Because that place went away. Yeah, we don't want to go away.
They killed it. Now it's a candy shop. Anyway, regardless, Eric, today we are going indoors in Walt Disney World. We talked all about, I was thinking about the queues when we were in Florida last week, and I don't want to be hot. And then we were like, well, hey, let's just ride everything inside. We're staying inside today, Eric.
Yeah, so since you and I are melting today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is ridiculously hot. It's humid out here. I know summer technically ended, here at the end of September. And I don't know when we're going to post this, but maybe a week ago is what I'll say. Mm-hmm. Is when the summer technically ended.
Yeah.
But it's still hot, and we like to get out of the sun, especially in Florida. So what are the best indoor attractions that you can jump on when you're down there in Central Florida?
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. And more in this list than you'd think are really good. Most of them aren't as good as Disneyland. There, I said it. But the options are there, and we will get to that. Before we can get to that, though, Eric.
Yeah.
Everybody watching this on YouTube, or maybe they're watching it on Spotify or whatever, you need to like and subscribe wherever you are watching this. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. Interact with the show. We're having a lot of fun with it now that we're back, and we want you to have a lot of fun with it too. Right, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole idea, right? But you know how else we have fun around here? We need to get a guest judge in here.
We do need to get a guest judge in here, Eric.
And our guest judge today is Danielle Neupauer, who's joining us all the way from the Eastern time zone. Danielle, how are you today?
Hey, I am great. I'm coming off a Philadelphia Eagles win, so I'm very happy.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I love
it.
If this was 5 years ago, I'd be furious, but I'm not a Rams fan anymore, so it's okay.
Nope, and I'm a 49ers fan, so the Rams lost, and I am good with that. All right.
Love it.
Good stuff.
So Danielle, you're all the way out there in Pennsylvania, obviously a huge Disney fan. Tell us a little bit about your Disney fandom and how you came to love the wonderful resort that is Walt Disney World.
So my first trip to Disney, I was 5 years old, and I have little to no memory of this trip except for riding Splash Mountain like 5 times in a row. They didn't require us to take it off. We just kept going and going. And at 5 years old, when you're on a log flume with singing animals, I feel like it just had me hooked, had my parents hooked, seeing, how happy I was. And we just kept going back, and now I'll never stop. So that's kind of how the love for Disney started.
That's awesome. Eric, you can't remember your first Disney trips, right?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
I don't. Okay, so my first trip to Disney World specifically, we're out here in California, obviously, but my first trip to Disney World, which was my first trip to Disney because I was born on the East Coast. We went
Oh,
to Epcot. I was 2 years old. And I went back when I was 17, so 15 years later, and
wow.
I remembered where everything was, and it was the
Oh my
weirdest
gosh.
experience of my life. Yep.
That is crazy.
Yeah, we walked in. My dad goes, "Hey, I need to use the restroom." I was like, "There's one right over there," and I didn't have
Oh
a
my,
map with me. And he was like, "How did you know that?" And I said, "I don't know," and I was freaked out.
oh my gosh.
I don't
That
know
is
if
something.
I don't know if I believe the story, but regardless,
I have somebody to back it up, pal, and you know him.
All right, I'll call him after this and verify. Is that a previous judge on this show that knows this information, Eric?
No, no, it's my dad.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if it was your brother. Anyway, we're moving
Oh,
on. This is
well, he was there too, so yes, he could also.
yeah, he was the. But anyway, we're gonna cut all this out. It's great. Anyway, but Danielle, before we get anywhere, where can people find your Disney content that you love up on the socials?
Yeah, so my Instagram is the best place. It's at Danny Does Disney _. So yeah,
It
Danny
says
Does
it in the
Disney.
name.
Yes. I do Disney all the time, or I try to.
Oh, we love it. That's what we all try to do as much as we can, right? Get
Yeah.
out of the real world. Let's just do Disney all
Oh,
of the
please.
time. And Danielle, talking about getting out of the real world, that is a great segue into our topic today, where we are trying to get out of the real world of weather when we're in Central Florida. We are going inside. We are doing indoor attractions at the Walt Disney World Resort today. And this is a great topic because it's one of my favorite. I hate humidity. I hate it so much. I love Walt Disney World, but there's a reason I live out on the West Coast. It's because we don't have nearly as much humidity. Danielle, we're going inside. It's a good one. Let's enjoy some AC, right?
Yes, I'm ready.
What about you, Eric? You're not the wait outside in the line guy. You're an air conditioning guy too, right?
Correct. Yes. Get me inside all day long. And it's been humid out here in Southern California the last
True.
couple of weeks. It's been rough.
Don't like it.
No, but definitely not as bad as Central Florida. So we thought it'd be a good idea to celebrate the end of summer and talk about what everybody did during their summer when they were at Disney World. We're going with we're calling it dark rides. We can call it indoor attractions of Walt Disney World, however you want to view it. Christian and I are going to select our 5 best indoor attractions. And Christian, there's rules. There's always rules.
There's always rules. And number one, we have to have experienced it, which puts you at a slight disadvantage at this one, but not that much because, I mean, there's a lot of great rides that have been at Disney World for a long time, especially in the time, even counting the time past the last time you were actually able to make it there. But the other one is that we got to go to all the parks again, Eric. We're giving all 4 parks some love.
Yeah, we are. We each have to pick one from each of the 4 parks with our first 4 picks. So you got to go different parks with your first 4 picks, and then your 5th one can be a wild card. You can pick from wherever you'd like. So that'll mix things up a little bit when we get toward the end, and then Danielle's going to pick a winner when we get to the end of that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have the first pick today, Christian.
You do, Eric. This is Drafting the Magic, episode 50. And we are going to Walt Disney World. We're going indoors for all the dark rides, and Eric Pesolano has the first pick. Let's hear it, Eric.
Yeah, so this has to be a strategic draft, right? We're only sticking to indoor attractions. We have to go one from each of the 4 parks. I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom first, purely for strategic reasons here. And I'm taking Flight of Passage at number 1. There are not a ton of indoor attractions at Animal Kingdom. One of them is closing in January. I still don't think it's as good as Flight of Passage, and I'm not taking Navi River. So that leaves Christian with 2 selections for Animal Kingdom later on. So I had to go with Flight of Passage at number 1. Danielle, what do you think about that?
I think Flight of Passage is epic. I think there's a reason why at Rope Drop people are flocking there. It's something that when it first came out, it's something that I feel like people have never seen before, just the entirety of the ride. However, as of lately, I am not as excited by it as I used to be. So I don't know if that's just because it's been there for so long, or, I've been fortunate to ride it so many times, but I don't know. I'm just not as impressed by it lately. I think there are
Fatigue
better
is
things
real.
out there.
It's
Fatigue is real.
time for an update. Let's go, people. It's a digital attraction. You can update it. Let's go.
Yeah, put a new video
And
in
make
there.
it less
Yeah.
blurry. I feel
Oh
like
my
it's
goodness, thank
blurry.
you.
Like,
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Danielle, we will probably bring it up at some point, but the Ratatouille ride out in Paris is nixing their 3D aspect. That would be one that I would love to see. Get rid of the 3D goggles I have to wear for that thing. Let me just enjoy it without getting a headache afterwards.
Picking up all those germs on the glasses.
Oh yeah, it's so.
There's a reason I come back sick every time I go to Disney.
Well, and most 3D attractions nowadays are starting to get rid of it, right? I mean, Harry Potter did it at Universal. They got rid of their 3D. You talk about Ratatouille. It's just not as pleasing as everybody would like it to be. It's not as smooth.
Get rid of it.
Yep, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you.
I love that that's the reason that Danielle comes back sick. I'm usually coming back sick because I've inhaled 10 churros right before an airplane ride. Anyway, back to it. An interesting pick here. I kind of figured you would go to Flight of Passage, but that leaves a major decision in my book for another attraction. So I'm going to go to Disney's Hollywood Studios, which I didn't think I would be going to here in the first round. But I'm going to take one that, oh my gosh, I'm so split. And the other one you're going to take, because I'm not taking Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway because it's better here anyway in Southern California. Dare I said it. If you haven't been on it here, come on it here. It's better than in Florida. You shouldn't have taken away the great movie ride, and I'm still bitter. Moving on. Oh my gosh, where do I go with this? I think I'm gonna take Eric's favorite ride out in that theme park. I'm going to go to the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror here in round one. It's the best Tower of Terror that there has ever been. The theming is insane, especially when you finally get inside. The only thing that was kind of hindering me is because the queue for Walt Disney or for Rock and Roller Coaster on the inside is really cool. And I count that as part of that dark thing, but come on. Let's go. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in round one, Eric. I'm taking your favorite out of here.
So even though it's indoors, you still like the brief 10 seconds of the humidity is what you're telling me.
Yeah. I was wondering if that should disqualify it. I was thinking about
No, you're fine. No,
okay. All right. As long as it counts. All right. I was thinking about it. I was like, does that disqualify this? I hate that 10 seconds of humidity, and it still feels like that entire elevator shaft is humid, but it's the coolest indoor ride in that park besides maybe Mania. But again, Mania's anyway, I'm going Tower of Terror here. Danielle, what do you think here?
Tower of Terror is my top 3 favorite rides at Disney.
Hey,
I will say.
There we go.
Yes, it's just a classic. I love that you can ride it over and over again, no matter how many times you ride it. At least for me, I still get butterflies. I still get nervous because you just don't know what's going to happen. You're going to go up, you're going to go down, you don't know. So I think that is a great choice. I think the queue is awesome. I really don't have anything negative to say about Tower of Terror, other than my husband hates it.
Well, that's even better because less people on the ride, right? Less people in line. I will say shout out to TJ, the amazing bellhop out there that everybody knows. He's been on all the Imagineering stories and all that kind of stuff. He does a really cool thing for anybody who formerly worked any Tower of Terror around the world, like I got to do here in California. And he gave us a really cool lobby tour of that. He does that for other people too, but he really takes the time to make sure he takes care of the other Tower cast members from around the world. So big shout out to TJ, and big shout out to, me for getting this one right. Because last time I screwed up in the first round. So here we are changing the thing. And now we go to the second round, Eric. And this is where things get dicey for you.
Right, because I'm not going to pick from Hollywood Studios because I don't have to, right? I'm going to wait till round 4 because you already took your Hollywood Studios attraction. So that leaves me with Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And I think Magic Kingdom has plenty of options. So I'm not going to touch Magic Kingdom yet. I'm going to go to Epcot. And this is where Danielle's going to get mad at me, but I have to do it. Christian knows why. And she will hear in a minute. But my choice, I've narrowed it down to 2, kind of like you did with your last pick, Christian. I'm debating.
If you go to 3 Amigos, I'm going to lose my mind.
As much as I love that thing, no, that is not going to make my decision for top 2 here. But I think purely for theming and how well it has been done and how they transformed it from what it used to be, I'm going to take Frozen Ever After at number 2 here from Epcot. There's water involved also, right? And
True.
if we're talking about staying inside, trying to cool off, yes, the AC in there is blasting at all times, but there's water in there also, and you might get a little drop here or there of water on you. So but I love the animatronics for what they were when they had that technology, for when they built it. And I love Maelstrom before. I love Frozen Ever After now. That's where I go at number 2.
That's a good one. That's a good one, and certainly the best of your options. If you had gone Living with the Land, I would have also argued that it's not technically all indoor. I mean, anyway.
Right? Yeah,
we're gonna move on. Anyway, Danielle, what do you think of Eric's pick? I'm gonna get us down a rabbit hole.
Okay, so Frozen Ever After is fun. It's not
Here
my
comes the
favorite.
butt. Here comes the butt.
Here comes the
Because
butt.
I loved Maelstrom, or however you pronounce it.
Oh,
I
that's
actually,
the
as a
reason
little
I
girl,
love
I don't
this.
know why the trolls, like the big
Yes.
hole that they used to have before
Yes.
you went backwards
Oh,
on the
so
waterfall.
cool.
That Frozen Ever After, they closed that hole. Like, why? But for indoor perspective, I think it's amazing to cool off. The animatronics are very lifelike. Every time I'm on that ride, I'm singing. I have the whole boat singing. It's a vibe, right? So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
You know,
All right.
I've never heard anybody sing along. All right, I know who I'm going with on that ride next time.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, we'll
I
wait
will
till you're
get
out
it
there.
hyped.
Yeah.
Also, absolutely, why'd you cut a hole in that wall? Or why'd you patch the
Why'd
hole
you
that was
cover it
already
up?
cut? It was
Yeah.
perfect. An outdoor
I want to know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You know there had to be some sort of maintenance thing involved, right? That's usually the reason why they do things like that.
Either that or they were just trying to keep the show
Covered?
of Elsa at that moment, or wherever it is that
Oh,
that's the Elsa moment, right? Or no?
Yeah.
it could
Yeah,
be because of the
so
sound. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. And that sound, you don't want it to
Oh,
bleed
that makes
outside. Yeah,
Still
all
a
right.
dumb decision, Disney.
agreed.
As the thing stated at the beginning of this episode, the thoughts are my own and do not reflect the company. It was dumb. Anyway, all right. So we go to round 2 for me, and I am going to go to the Magic Kingdom with my next pick because I don't need to go to those because Eric's already knocked off. Anyway, you guys know the rules. We've done this 1,000 times. So I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom, and I am going to go on an indoor ride that is one of my favorite rides. Give me, drum roll please, da 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 da. It's the better version. Give me Space Mountain. There, I said it. If I want to get colder, I'm going on Space Mountain. That is an indoor dark roller coaster that I absolutely love. I was thinking about Pirates. Your Pirates isn't that great, Florida. I was thinking about Mansion. I'll say it's not that great either. When I want to go on an indoor ride, I'm going to Space Mountain and Magic Kingdom. It's the better coaster between Disneyland and Florida, even though Eric will always disagree, and most of our viewers do too. But the other thing is that I want some air conditioning. Give me Space Mountain. Give me the high adrenaline, Eric. Let's go.
Yes.
Eric's not going to talk. We're just going to go to Danielle. All right.
Okay. I absolutely love Space Mountain. I think it is one of my not my top 3, but one of my favorites.
Gotta crack the other 3.
Yeah, the holiday overlays, both for Halloween and Christmas, are awesome. And yeah, it's top thrill. I never get sick of it. I never can memorize the tracks, even though I've been on it hundreds of times. My only qualm with Space Mountain is what the heck is up with the freaking queue. Like, I feel like I'm walking 6 miles to get to the ride. Like, I'm dragging.
No. Do not forget the worst.
That.
Do not forget the worst part of Space Mountain. The
getting
walk
off.
back.
The walk, yeah.
Yes. It is. It's like a journey. So
You'd actually have to walk to South Florida. That's where the attraction is located.
yes.
And then you get back on. Oh, it's terrible.
Every
Good
step
point.
you go in, you got to bring it back. Yeah,
Good
I
point.
think about that every time I walk in there.
It's so bad.
All right, so Christian goes with the lesser version of the Matterhorn at number 2.
Shut up.
Okay. All right, so I have to go Magic Kingdom from a strategy perspective here. I could go Hollywood Studios if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'll wait on it. I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom for this one. And again, like we say, plethora of indoor attractions. And for a second time this episode, you're also incorrect about which coast has the better version.
Oh, you're so wrong.
No, I'm not wrong, and you know it. Stop it. Stop it. Haunted Mansion, man. The
No.
Haunted Mansion in Florida is better than California. And all my people out here get on my case about it all the time. And I'm sorry. It's better in Florida. And that's where I'm going at number 3. And Haunted Mansion is my favorite attraction of all time.
I know. That's why
Yeah.
it's ridiculous that you think that one's better.
Because it is.
But it's
It is.
no, it's
Yeah, it is.
especially with where they put the hat box. What are we doing? Anyway,
Yeah, I don't care.
my
about
opinion
that.
doesn't
That
matter.
might be in the wrong place, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah, the whole thing's in the wrong place. Danielle, what do you think about the attraction that will soon just be a stepping stone to the villain's land in the back? What do you think of the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom?
I think the Haunted Mansion is fabulous. I love the Haunted Mansion. Again, they do a really cool overlay for the Halloween party. They have a live ghost that interacts with the audience. I just think you can't beat that. However, I did ride the one in Disneyland with the Jack Skellington overlay. That's pretty epic, I will say.
I was
but
gonna
I
say ours
haven't-
is okay.
Yeah, I haven't been able to. I've only ridden the California one once, so I can't compare really. But I think the Haunted Mansion is a great choice. You're in the dark. You're cold. You know, it's cool in there. I usually go on it to escape the rain because it always rains in Florida. So
And
yeah,
it stays open. It's one of the few that doesn't have to close when it
that's
starts
true.
raining.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, okay. All right, Eric. Dumb. Good. Anyway, it's better in Cal. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Nope.
you and I have differing opinions about what's better in Walt Disney World than here, and it's crazy that
We always have. It's
But I know it's just
wild.
crazy. Are you gonna say Pirates Out There is better too?
Absolutely not. That was
All
why
right,
I
just
said
wanted to
a
make
couple,
sure.
that's why I said a couple of the things you said I disagree with. Not everything.
Just want to make sure because that would be nuts.
No, I think that's a universal thing amongst people who've been to both coasts. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's no Battle of the Sunken Treasure or whatever they have out in
No.
Shanghai, but
The queue is better. The queue is better in
Queue is
Florida.
1,000 times better.
Oh yeah, but the attraction, no.
But the attraction.
It's
is
because they
1,000
used all the
times better here.
space on the queue.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They could have had a 7-minute longer ride if
Yeah.
they didn't build a nice queue.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
oh boy. All right. So my round 3?
Yes.
That can't be right.
No, it is. Yeah, you're
it?
in round 3. Mhm.
Are you sure? All
Yes.
right, cool.
100%.
All right, fine. I'm doing great here today. I'm going to go to the one that ideally would be a first round, but I could take it either 3 or 4. But get me over to Epcot. And it is awesome that Eric has not been there in a long time because I'm getting on Cosmic Rewind. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, one of the best attractions that they've developed. I have still only been on Conga, which is the worst, but it was the best of the worst. I'll tell you that. It's a great attraction. Eric can't take it, which is going to have me at an advantage anytime it's available on this board until he can. Give me Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Danielle, what do you think?
The best ride I have ever been on. I love Cosmic Rewind. There are no flaws. I think
Eric, I think you can go. We know who won the.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go grab a late lunch, early dinner.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Cosmic
no.
Rewind is that girl.
It's so good. It's great, and you know they really did a good job of granted they added a giant building on the back. It's not like they just rethemed the indoor of Ellen, right? They basically blew the whole thing up and restarted, but then left the front for some reason. I still don't really understand the point, but regardless, it's a great attraction. I've still never actually seen the pre-show because the one day we were there, the pre-show was out, so we just walked around it, and so that's why if we ever do a pre-shows episode on this thing, Eric's got me on that one.
Coming up next week, everybody. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll see. But regardless, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind here in round 3 for me, and that leads us to Eric's round 4, and you, sir, are going to a place that has lights, cameras, action.
Kind of.
Hollywood Studios. Here we go.
Not so much anymore, but
You're
maybe
right.
it won't.
You're not right.
Anyway.
Lights, cameras, and the Indiana Jones show.
And
that's
the
it.
Indiana Jones show. That's about it. I think this is a pretty simple choice for me because this is one of my favorite attractions of all time. You know, I love my Haunted Mansion, but And again, this is going to be one of those caveats that we always go with the rule. I've actually never been on it in Florida, but I have been on it in
Oh, that's
California.
right. And we let you do that
We
on the
let me
show.
pick it because they're identical. There are no differences between the two, so it's okay. Rise of the Resistance at number 4. And I wrote that down as soon as I wrote down Tower of Terror for Christian and immediately wrote down Rise on my number 4
Yep.
pick. Because,
Wow.
technical, and I know, again, part of it goes outside. I get it. But, so does Tower of Terror, kind of. So, even there.
Right.
But one of the, maybe the most technologically advanced attraction ever built. You're inside, you're in the jail cell for a little bit, and that's the first time I ever went on that, and obviously I'm sure it's the same for all of us, where you had no idea that they were gonna, spoiler alert, cut a hole in the side of the jail cell to get you out of there. I lost my mind. And again, it's another pre-show thing, right? That we talk about, but the attraction itself, trackless vehicles, give me all of it. Rise of the Resistance at number 4.
Good
Yes.
pick.
Love Rise of the Resistance. I think the theming is impeccable, and this is coming from someone who doesn't really never have seen Star Wars in my life, but I always ride Rise of the Resistance because how could you not? I think the camaraderie between the I don't know if they're called the resistance, but just when they're interacting with us, like being in line, just pretending we're in jail, just being like mean to us. I think that's the best thing ever.
Love those
So
first
I
order, yeah, the first order cast members
yes,
who
the
are
first order
always in,
cast members.
yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say, we gotta let everybody know what's going on the show. With his first time here, producer Carl's having a heart attack. He's wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. He's a huge Star Wars guy. And so when she said, "Oh, I've never really watched Star Wars," Carl almost died.
Oh, that's what that noise was. I thought I heard something crash in the background.
Oh my
I've never
gosh.
seen it.
Oh, it's
Oh my
so
God.
funny. Well, you're gonna have to have a couple of movie days. Good news is the best ones, I believe, they're what, 7, 8, and 9. The newest ones, everybody, it's just to make Carl.
What are you doing to him?
He's walking out of the room. He's done.
He's gone. Feed goes black.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's a couple of movies you could skip in that franchise, and you should be just fine.
Oh
But it's a good pick. I completely was not thinking about it during this whole thing. I'd probably still go Tower of Terror over Rise in this kind of draft, but Rise is really good. So good job there, Eric, in your round 4 pick. My round 4 pick, I now get to go to Disney's Animal Kingdom. And Navi River Journey gets a lot of flack, but it is 100% valid. So we're not going there. We're going to Dinosaur. Give me Dinosaur here in the 4th round. Possibly the last time that Dinosaur is an active attraction for these drafts. It's only got a couple more months left. I remember the first time I went on Dinosaur, I came off crying. And I remember my dad probably lying to me and telling me that he was scared too, because I had only known Indiana Jones. And, yeah, the ball's kind of scary, but the giant dinosaur that's going to eat you to an 8-year-old was just a little too much back in 2003 or 4, whenever it was. So I still remember the first time I went on that attraction. I'm excited for what's to come. I don't love that they're doing Indiana Jones there. Where they're going to have to really stretch the storyline to make that Animal Kingdom. And I know it's probably going to be like some animal is chasing you. So that's they're probably going to use the exact same animatronic at the end and just have it be I don't know, tiger. I don't know. What does Indiana Jones fight? Never seen any of the movies. Anyway, see, now I'm giving.
I haven't either.
Carl's
Yeah.
quitting again. Carl's quitting again. But I'm excited for the future. I'm a little hesitant, but Danielle, give me Dinosaur here in round 4.
Yes, I think Dinosaur is, I don't think it should be replaced. I really don't. I think it is so much fun. It's dark, it's scary. It's mostly anybody can ride it. I mean, not saying they want to ride it, but if you really want a scare, I think Dinosaur is the place to be. And it's air conditioned, it's chilly inside. So I love Dinosaur.
Yes. Eric, what are your thoughts on the used to be Dinosaur?
My last ride on it was unfortunately ruined by a guest who was sitting in front of us and decided to film the whole thing with the light on her camera on.
Oh my gosh. Horrible.
Now, mind you, this was 8 years ago. I didn't know it would be my last time at the attraction. So I was like, All right, come on. I didn't, and to be honest, I didn't really care that it would ruin it for me because I've been on it so many times. I was worried about everybody else, right? So it was, hey, can you
Yeah.
turn that off? Can you turn that off? I'm trying to yell, can't hear. And then I didn't find out till afterwards. They didn't speak English and didn't know that I was yelling at them. We were trying to, and I couldn't quite reach because I was really, the whole thing was, it was a mess. But no, I love Dinosaur. I'm sad it's going away too. Like Christian and I talk about this all the time. We understand why, right? It is, we have Indiana Jones out here on the West Coast, and Indiana Jones is far superior to Dinosaur, and it's the same type of attraction, but with dinosaurs, and it's a little shorter. Same track, just kind of slashed in certain places.
Mhm.
But the concept of the ride, it kind of reminds me, Christian, do you remember the Kingdom of the Dinosaurs at Knott's? You might be too young for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You remember that?
Not a ton, but I do remember going on it.
Yeah.
I got lost outside of it one time. Fun fact. Anyway,
Oh,
moving
wonderful.
on.
The first time I went on Dinosaur in Florida, it reminded me of that. And I've got nostalgia at Knott's, as I'm sure a lot of people in SoCal do. So that kind of brought me into that world a lot. So yeah, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it now that it's going to be gone here in a few months. And but hey, we're always excited to see what's going to replace it. But nice pick there, Four Pal.
Yeah. What you didn't see, and what people don't talk about on the show nearly enough, is after Erik had this encounter with folks that didn't speak English that night at his resort. I'm gonna guess Caribbean Beach. I don't know why, but I'm gonna say that you had a dictionary out and you know everything else to kind of learn different languages, which isn't in a dictionary, I know. And you were trying to learn, hey, put your stupid phone down in every single language possible so you could shout it the next time.
I didn't know they didn't speak English until after the
I know,
attraction
but
had
and that's why
completed.
you learned, and that's why you went and learned a new language or seven after that.
Caribbean Beach.
Portuguese. It was Portuguese.
What resort were you staying at? Pop quiz. All Star Sports.
Where was I staying that time? This was
Guessing
the
All
last
Star
time?
Sports.
No, I was not at All Star Sports. Breaking news. I was at Art of Animation. Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah, we were in a Lion King suite that weekend. Because that was that week. That was
Hurricane
when
week.
that was when Hurricane Irma came in and we got locked down for 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last time I was there.
Love Art of Animation. Never have stayed there, but love just going and walking around it.
Yeah.
They need to do stuff like that out here. I know they don't have room, but
maybe one day. You never know.
I can dream. Anyway, let's go to the final round here, Erik.
Okay.
You have a open board of where you can go in the final round.
I do.
Four fantastic theme. Let's call it three fantastic theme parks, and also whatever's left at Animal Kingdom are on the board. And it's only Navi River Journey, and I know you're not going there.
Nope.
So you really have three options.
Nope. Yeah, no, I'm not going to Navi. We're not even gonna entertain that. This is a tough one because there's so many options.
Yeah.
And I have the, do I go classic? Do I go current, more modern? Well, where do you go here? There's always we don't know how Danielle feels about it, and that's really what I'm playing to here. So I need to figure this out. We're talking Disney World. We're talking, maybe you've never been there. These are the 5 that you want to try to hit, right? That's kind of the purpose of why we do this.
I'm getting curious. Where are you going?
I think I got to go classic on this because you have to experience these things at least once. And I'm going back to Magic Kingdom. And it was the last thing Walt ever touched out here on the West Coast. So I have to take Pirates. I have to take Pirates at 5. I think
after we talked all that crap on it, you're going to Pirates. All right.
It's not the best indoor attraction at Magic Kingdom, but if we're talking about you have to do these, right? That's got to be one that you have to do. And I'm glad it was left on the board because I was real scared that you were going to take it at number 2, to be honest.
Nah.
I thought you were going to do it. In the long run, I think you made the right decision, but I still thought you were. But I'm glad it's still available for my wild card pick because it's, like I said, it's the last attraction Walt touched. He didn't touch the Florida one, but the concept was there. You got to do Pirates, and I'm going to take it at 5.
That's true. If he had touched the Florida one, they wouldn't have a really cool queue, and they'd have 7 minutes of great attraction. Anyway, Danielle, what do you think on this one?
Pirates, I think, is such a classic for sure. I think if you are brand new to Disney or Walt Disney World in Florida, you have to ride it. The spoiler alert, the little drop, it's always fun in the dark. You don't really you can't see anything, so that's always exciting. And then the smell, obviously everyone loves the smell of pirates. So
They're making candles out of it now.
It's
literally people are making candles out of the smell. So you have to ride it. I will say I thought you were going to say Carousel of Progress when you were
Ooh.
hyping us up here.
Oh, didn't even think about it. He didn't think about it. Oh,
Yes,
I love it.
yes, he did. He narrowed it down to Pirates and Carousel.
Oh
he went
my
Pirates.
gosh.
Hmm.
Oh, all right.
You idiot. No.
I can't believe I immediately was like, I know I'm going to Magic Kingdom, right? That kind of has to be the way we go here. And I was like, I think I'm gonna go Shocker and go Carousel. And then I thought, if you've never been there, Carousel's cool, but you got to do Pirates
That's
just
true.
because of the whole Walt angle. So I switched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
Carousel
still have
Progress.
your last pick.
Yeah, Carousel of Progress is cool until they ruin it with an ugly Walt animatronic again, like they did in California. There,
It ain't there. It ain't there yet.
I know, like they're gonna.
But
it's coming.
Hopefully they've learned some things and
Right,
can make
like you
the
have
new
to
one
have
look
learned
better.
something, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Does California have a Carousel of Progress?
no,
Not
you
anymore.
took it from us.
Wow.
Yeah, the
But
building's still there.
neither one of us rode Carousel of
No.
Progress out here. It was gone
No.
before either of us were born.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Our Carousel of Progress is the Star Wars launch bay now. So, which
Oh my.
which sucks. I said it. Sorry, producer Carl. I'm sure he thinks it sucks too, because no one likes launch.
What are we at? Carousel of Progress, America Sings, Innoventions, Launch
Yep.
Bay. Did I miss
Yep.
anything?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
if you want to count the Marvel.
yeah, Marvel HQ upstairs when they kind of had it.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. It was so stupid. Just get rid of the building. We all watched Joe Rohde remove that building in Imagineering Story episode 4. So let's just do it. All right. You saw him looking at the options. Anyway, that was a little aggravated.
Our Carousel of Progress had its own Carousel of Progress, and it's still evolving.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to go into my round 5, and I did not expect this to happen today, but my overall list is going to have 2 attractions that will not be there very soon.
Ooh.
Dinosaur getting rethemed, and the Muppets are taking over Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. We're getting on Rock and Roller Coaster one more time before they do something to it. I'm not going to say ruin it, but it's going to be different. All right? It's going to be different, and I don't know what to expect.
We don't know. Yeah.
But honestly, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith has always been one of my favorite roller coasters of all time, and kind of bummed when they announced the news, but also kind of expected it at some point.
Yeah.
Much like all of the other things, like Dinosaur, right? Disney made a dinosaur movie in 2000. At some point, it's going to get a facelift with a new IP. And I mean, Aerosmith, yeah, the guys are still around, but it's not making new music.
Somehow.
So at some point, they were going to have to switch it out. The Muppets is going to be wild, but for now, I'm getting on Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Erik, like I said, it's going to be weird, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm an R&R fan. I like the attraction myself. It's gotten rough, right? I hope they do something with the vehicles and the track itself to try to straighten it out a little bit, because the last couple times I rode it, it's gotten a little rattled, and that happens to roller coasters as they age on. But you're right, we don't know what it's going to look like here coming soon. We haven't seen any concept art, nothing. We've just seen a movie poster, basically, an attraction poster. But
it's just going to be the exact same attraction, except you're going to hear Kermit yelling along with you on the ride. You're still going to listen to Aerosmith music and everything, and it's just Kermit going, ah! Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. So rock and roll is it's not my favorite, I have to say.
Ooh.
Yes.
Making this exciting.
I mean, I'll ride it. It's just I think it's super rough. I have a freaking splitting headache every time I get off of it.
Oh.
The anticipation of the launch is the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's another ride where you're always going to have butterflies no matter how many times you ride it, because it's just so intense. But I'm excited for the facelift. I was like one of the few people that I saw on Instagram when they announced the Muppets. I was like, hell yeah, I think that's going to be fun. And a lot of people were DMing me like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's going to be like just fun. So
It will be a lot of fun. It's going to be a ton of fun.
I'm with you.
excited for it.
Yeah.
It needs
I
to change.
I don't know what to expect.
They needed to change things, and it's kind of the semi way to please the Muppets fans and not remove it from DHS entirely.
Yeah.
But I mean, they can still, the band can still cover some pop songs that, kind of like, I get the feeling it's gonna be somewhat like Guardians, where they're going to maybe every time you ride, it's a different song that they're covering.
That would be amazing.
I would love for them to do something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Please.
We have
Do you
zero
think-
details.
Do you think they have an Aerosmith song they're going to line up? Like just as kind of like a little
A tribute. That would be
Yeah,
like
that'd be
smart.
kinda
of them, I
cool,
feel
right?
like. Yeah,
There's
like
a-
like
Can
an ode.
you imagine Kermit singing "Love in an Elevator" or something like that? Anyway, all right.
That you wonder how Aerosmith feels about it. Were
Yeah.
they rubbed out? Is the relationship still good? Are they going to even allow that to happen?
Yeah.
We know Disney
Sure.
loves to leave something behind from the previous
Yep.
attraction, right? Is that going to be something they're okay with?
Yep.
We'll find out.
By the way, small Easter egg that is my favorite that has to do with Rock on the Roller Coaster, so I'm going to say it. If you go to Disneyland and you get on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway here, there are G-Force records on the walls in the queue. As part of like Mickey's greatest hits or something like that. But
Yep.
That's
G-Force
cool.
Records produced it, so I don't know, it's really cool. Anyway, Eric, that is our lists. Before you run them down, Danielle, did we miss like the best indoor attraction? Tell us what we missed. Tell us what we're missing before Eric runs down the lists again.
Okay.
She loves It's a Small World in Florida, I can tell.
No,
Just kidding,
really
no one
don't.
does.
No one, just kidding.
I
No one
really
does.
don't. I think the only thing that you miss, but this is kind of indoor outdoor. So I don't know if I'm even going to be speaking correctly, but I feel like honorable mention to Tron
Ooh,
because
yeah.
it's mostly indoor. It's just a lounge that's
true.
outdoor. I love Tron. I think my only issue with Tron, which every single person agrees with me, is it's too freaking short. Like
Mhm.
you gotta add another 20 seconds, but
Yep.
you get on Tron, you ride row one. I will only ride row one. I don't care, like row one or bust. At night you're like flailing. That's like Titanic mode with your arms in the air. Like, yeah,
I think
I would say Tron.
you have just as much time outside on Tron as you do with Tower of Terror and
Yeah.
and Rise of the Resistance. So
That's
I
true.
think that could have qualified for this, which makes it on me because Eric hasn't been on it.
I haven't. I
Yeah.
couldn't take it, so I feel good right now.
That she makes a very good point here. But yeah, I love how when they were like, "Hey, remember how we made a way too short roller coaster at Magic Kingdom? We're gonna do it again." And so you have Mine Train, and then you have Tron, both way
Mine
too
Train
short.
is overrated. I hate to say it.
It's overrated because of how short it is, right? If you make
Yeah.
that a 30, 40 second longer attraction, that's a great roller coaster.
Yeah.
And the animatronics and everything that they have, it's awesome. But
Oh yeah, that's another one I sing on. I love
Blink and you
when we're
miss
going
it,
up the
though.
hill. Like, hi, hello.
blink and you miss it though, right? Like
Yeah.
I know they're working with the space they have, right? And
Yeah.
but you kind of bulldozed the whole area for that. You could have done better. That's all I'm gonna
For
say.
real.
And it's Fantasyland.
And it's
They weren't going to
Fantasyland.
put anything in that was going to be over
That's true.
aggressive,
That's true.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, that stupid rocking is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Anyway,
kids.
Eric, we have reached the end of our 50th draft.
That's right.
Not counting that little one we did about, what are we most excited about to come back to Disney? We did, that doesn't count. This was the real 50th draft. Run down the lists so that everybody at home remembers, and then we will turn it over to Danielle to choose a winner.
All right. I had first pick today. I went Flight of Passage at number 1, and then at number 2, Frozen Ever After. At number 3, Haunted Mansion. At Magic Kingdom went Rise of the Resistance. At number 4, wrapped it up with Pirates of the Caribbean. Christian started with Tower of Terror, then went to Space Mountain, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, Dinosaur, and Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. And with all that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Danielle, who won this episode of Drafting the Magic.
Christian.
Hey, there we go. We're back.
He did. He won.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I wasn't going to be able to go.
All right, if I had gone with Carousel of Progress, would that have helped, or was it already lost?
I love Carousel of Progress, but Christian's choosing Top Terror and Cosmic Rewind.
Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah, those are two big heavy hitters. They're
Yeah.
two big heavy hitters. I'm just gonna say, if she said yes, Carousel of Progress would have changed. I would have died. This would have been the last episode. I would have died laughing on this floor.
Oh my god.
That makes me feel better though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing I could have done.
One of them you pigeonholed yourself because you took Flight of Passage, which is one of the best rides that they had ever made, and that gave me an opportunity to take Tower. And then the other one you haven't been on yet. So again,
I had to take Flight of Passage. I didn't have a choice because then I would have been stuck with the other two, and it wouldn't.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But regardless, I will take the win here. I'm so excited. Back in it. 50th episode, and your boy Christian got a win. Shout out to my mom and anybody else who actually watches the show. Anyway, Danielle, I'm kidding. We love all of our viewers, but I will keep making that joke that my mom's the only one who watches. Anyway, Danielle, before you leave, tell everybody once again where they can find you and what kind of cool content that you post on on your Instagram.
Yeah, you can find me at DannyDoesDisney _ at the end, and I post just a variety of things. I don't really have a set schedule or theme. I just whatever I feel like posting that day. I post. I've had a few reels go very viral, like millions of viewers. So
I love that.
Lots of sarcasm on my account, and with a sprinkle of some football too, because big Philadelphia Eagles fan here.
Crazy. My wife's an Eagles fan too, but it's only because Jason Kelsey was on the team, and then he retired as soon as she said she was an Eagles fan. So it's kind of a weird sentiment, but regardless,
she has good taste.
yes, she does have good taste, and even though the Chargers are 3-0, that's all I'm going to say. We're doing good too, and
Niners
and the Niners are 3-0. Look at this. Anyway.
Sure, we lost our best player for the rest of the season, but it's okay. We're still 3-0.
So you get a little bit of football on this podcast as well. So there we go. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. This was so fun.
Thanks, Danielle. Hey, have fun in your trip to Disney World. I know you're going soon.
Yes, I'll be there in 3 days.
Oh my gosh. Go on all the things that I picked because it was the better list.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
All right. We'll see you next time, Danielle.
Thank you.
50 episodes in the book, and we got another win. I don't even know what the scoreboard looks like. Honestly, we have not looked back at it since the last time
it's been a while.
All of this. But regardless, Eric, this turned out to be a pretty darn good episode. We were talking about it off camera. That was some just fun Disney conversation.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And, I usually put a ton of prep work into every episode that we do, and I didn't do it this time. And I feel like, and I know you never do, but I feel like that kind of made it better.
Yeah,
because maybe there is a wrinkle into not remembering something that you should have gone with, right? And then later a guest judge can be like, I can't believe you didn't take this, but oh my gosh, totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
but I didn't mention it when it happened, but that I definitely had Carousel of Progress at the top of my mind and then just switched last second. But no, you're right. I think, that was one of the more fun episodes we've ever done, and I'm glad it was number 50.
See? Episode 50, a great episode to make sure that you remember that you like and subscribe and comment and tell us all the cool stuff you love about our show. 5-star ratings. If it's not 5 stars, what is it? Be honest. Don't be honest. Just give it 5 stars. I don't really care.
Give it 5 stars. If you don't give it 5 stars, I have to stay in this void. Look at this.
Yeah.
Christian won't let me out of the void.
Yeah. We're in the purple and blue and anyway. We'll see you next time. Who knows what next week's topic's going to be? The fun thing is that there's going to be a next week and a next week and a next week and a week after that. I'm not going to say necessarily it's going to happen next week, but regardless, it's good to be back.
Just did.
I know I did. We are going to do one next week. I don't know about 2 weeks after that. We'll see. Anyway, we might drop off for another 7 months. You never know. But until then, Eric, it's been fun drafting with you, and let's keep this thing going, man.
Hey, congrats on 50, man. We made it.
We did it. Where's the cake?